Thank you. It's great to be here today in Chongqing. My name is Frank Hester. I'm from the UK. I'm going to talk to you today about healthcare, IT, and AI, and big data. I've been working in healthcare IT for about 21 years in the NHS in England. For the past 2 years, I've been focusing on AI. I was delighted to see the letter from President Xi a couple of days ago, talking about big data and talking about AI. It's tremendously supportive and it's completely the right direction. I want to talk about, because I can only talk about my experience, of where we've got to, and really to try and articulate to you what's possible. We decided to focus our AI on early detection of diseases. We started going through the cancers, and we're also working on detection of NCDs and working out where people are on non-communicable diseases. Now, for all the cancers that we're doing, we can predict about 50% of them before a doctor. For the NCDs, for example, for diabetes, we can help prevent you becoming diabetic, and we can help, once you are diabetic, from slipping into a worse state. I think it's fair to say that we're delighted with the results we're getting. And we think in about 2 to 3 months we'll have worked through pretty much everything that a family doctor in the UK would either want to ask you or diagnose. We started rolling it out to our GPs. They're delighted in it, and already now in the UK we are finding the ladies, for example, with ovarian cancer that the GPs have missed, or the gentleman with prostate cancer who've been missed. So, what does this technology mean for the doctor? And I really want to emphasize that this is something that's happening today. A lot of people talk about AI and it's something that's going to happen in the future. It might make a difference. But this is real AI working on a real database of 50 million records, finding the trends and spotting the patterns. And for a doctor, it's like a new tool in the doctor's bag. On average in the UK, and I think it will be very similar in China, a family doctor will see about 4 or 5 cases of ovarian cancer in their whole career. Ovarian cancer is tricky to spot, and it's very, very easy to be missed. Once you miss it, it can be fatal. So having the AI there beside the doctor to give the doctor a nudge, to suggest, hey, maybe that's ovarian cancer. Maybe we should think about liver cancer. Giving the doctor a suggestion. Our doctors are finding this very helpful already. And we're already seeing that some lives are being affected by the AI. What does it mean, then, this AI for the citizen? Well, it means that we can put on a smartphone 75 years worth of experience in the NHS from the UK, right there into the citizen's pocket. We think this is extraordinarily powerful. And we think it's almost as powerful as the invention of the vaccine decades ago. You're going to be able, and we're doing this now, you're going to be able to put your symptoms into your phone, and it will, if it can, tell you whether you're likely to develop a cancer or where you are on a diabetic stratification. And maybe you've got something that you really are embarrassed about, you're unsure about. Maybe you don't trust your local doctor. Well, you can just use the AI in confidence and get a diagnosis. Alternatively, we very much think this will be the future. Put your symptoms into the app, and then when you arrive at the doctor, there's already a diagnosis for you. The doctor already knows what's wrong with you. I think that in the future we shouldn't be arriving at the doctors without having already told them what the symptoms are. Finally, what does it mean for government? I think it almost speaks for itself that, you know, around a country like China, 1.3 billion people, we can spin up the best AI in Beijing and help prevent ovarian cancer or lung cancer right across China in one fell swoop. We're expecting more detection of disease. We're expecting better detection of outbreaks. And I think the key thing, if I come back to President Xi to finish, is that it's big data, but it's got to be quality data. And that would be one thing I'd leave you to consider today. The quality of the data, the width of the data needs to increase dramatically. And I think then you'll see some of the best AIs coming out of China. Thank you.
Thank you.